Alright guys, so again, we are in Unit 1A, and now we're starting Topic 3, and Topic 3 is pretty quick. We're starting to talk about how we evaluate expressions. And so we're going to introduce evaluating expressions with these word problems, these real-life scenarios. And really, evaluate, I always like to say that evaluate has lots of synonyms. Synonyms mean words that mean the same. So synonyms for evaluate are plug in. It means plug in. Another synonym for evaluate is replace. And then another synonym for evaluate is substitute. So those are all things that mean the same. So when we say evaluate, it means plug in, replace, or substitute something with something else. All right, so let's just read this scenario. It says your class, so you guys are mostly freshmen, so we'll say the freshman class is selling gift wrapping paper for $4 a package and greeting cards for $10 a package. We can let W represent the number of packages of wrapping paper and C represent the number of packages of cards or greeting cards. We use the expression 4W plus 10C to represent the total money raised. Let's talk about what these parentheses mean. Parentheses in a lot of cases just mean multiplication. So you could also write this equation as 4.W plus 10.C, and it would mean the same. You could also write it with no dots or no parentheses like this, 4W plus 10C, and it would also mean the same. Because as mathematicians, we understand that parentheses mean the same as this dot, multiplication, and also mean the same as writing nothing at all and just putting the number 4 next to the letter W. Alright, so let's talk about why this equation happened, or this expression happened. The 4 comes from $4 per package. So $4 per W is how many packages. So we're going to multiply 4 by every package of wrapping paper. And then the 10 is, it's $10 per package of greeting cards. So $10 multiplied by however many greeting cards we sell. Alright, so we're just going to start getting you used to this table. And this table has a lot of stuff represented in it. It has W, that stands for the wrapping paper packages, C for greeting cards, and then here is that scenario for what goes in parentheses here is the W, and what goes in parentheses here is whatever the C is. And then this is where we're going to calculate the money. Alright, so to start, we're just going to pick some random scenarios that could happen. So if you guys were actually doing this in the freshman class at Framingham, we have a lot of students. So let's say your class sold, I don't know, 100 packages of wrapping paper. And let's say greeting cards weren't as popular. Maybe you sold 40 packages of greeting cards. So I just made up those numbers. You could pick any numbers you want. Now, if we want to see how much money your class earned, we have to think about these two numbers and plug them into our equation. So our equation is 4. Instead of writing the letter W, I'm going to use this number that I said we sold. So 100. 4 times 100 plus 10. And instead of writing the letter C, I'm going to use the number 40. And then we figure out our total money. So our total money is we do 4 times 100 first. That's 400. Plus 10 times 40. That's actually also 400. I didn't do that on purpose. And then we have 400 plus 400. That means our total money that you would earn as a class is $800. Alright, so let's go right into the next one. It's really similar. So this scenario isn't about wrapping paper, it's about a gym. It says Gold's Gym charges $50 for a membership fee and then $30 for every month that you're a member. This is really common for gyms. They charge you something up front, a fee up front, $50, whatever it may be, and then as long as you're a member, you pay a certain amount of money each month. Each is a really good indicator for multiplication. So what's going to affect how much money you pay total is how many months you're actually a member. If you're only a member for 1 month, it's going to be really cheap. If you're a member for 10 months, it's going to be a lot more expensive. So here we said let n be the number of months you go to the gym. And the expression that I'm giving you is it's 50 plus 3 times whatever n is. Remember, n is the number of months you go to the gym. So let's do me, for example. I hate the gym. So the odds of me staying at the gym for a long time are very slim. So I'm going to say, this is me. I'm only going to be a member at Gold Gym for 5 months because I quit after 5 months because I hate the gym. So if I want to see the total money I spend, I would do this. 50 plus 3, that's the cost per month, times however many months I was a member. So in this case, I do 50 plus, oh, I just saw a little mistake I made here. It wasn't 3, that should have been a 30. That would have been a really cheap gym. 30 times whatever, however many months I belong. See, that was a mistake right up there, guys. All right, so I have 50 plus 30 times 5, that's 150. And then you add those up, 50 plus 150, that means that I would spend $200 total. That's why I hate the gym so much. All right, for our last example, we're going to talk about temperature, which is really common. And actually, if you spent most of your life in America, you've probably only ever talked about temperature in terms of Fahrenheit. Or let me find the word Fahrenheit in here, right there. You probably only ever talked about temperature in terms of Fahrenheit. But most of the rest of the world uses what's called Celsius. It's just a different way to measure the temperature. So most Americans actually don't know how to read temperature in Celsius, even though it's so commonly used around the world. So there is a formula or an expression that converts a temperature in Fahrenheit. Oh, let me erase that. That converts a temperature in Fahrenheit back to Celsius so we could figure it out. So it'll convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So F in the formula or in the expression represents the temperature in Fahrenheit. So we're just going to try plugging this in. Remember, plug in just means evaluate. So we're going to try evaluating this expression. So let's think about a temperature in Fahrenheit. So right now when I am making this video, it is, what month is it? Oh my gosh, August. It's August. So it is hot. And actually, I think right now it's 82 degrees. So I'm going to actually put 82 degrees there, just as an example. I just picked one randomly. So let's talk about how we would figure out what this is in Celsius. And I want to quickly fix something really quick because I see there's an F over here. When you guys make that a C, that should be a C. So we're going to start with F, and we're going to end with Celsius. So what I do with my 82 degrees is I plug it into this formula right here, where F is. And so I rewrote that formula here, but in the parentheses I left blank. That's where we're going to put whatever F temperature we're talking about. So my temperature is 82. So I'm going to do 82 minus 32 and divide that by 1.8. And now I'm going to need a bit of a calculator maybe when I get to this. I know that 82 minus 32 on top, my numerator, is 50. On the bottom, I want to divide that. That bar is just division by 1.8. Now, I'm going to pull up my calculator on my phone over here, so I'm off the video. I'm doing 50 divided by 1.8. And I get this number, 27.7, I'm going to round to 8 degrees. So what that means is that 82 degrees Fahrenheit means exactly the same thing as 27.78 degrees Celsius. It's so weird, because if you think about 27 degrees in Fahrenheit, that's so cold. But 82 degrees, very, very hot, in Celsius actually means 27.78 degrees. All right, so we have some classwork for you to do, or you can go ahead and start your homework to practice these topics. Good luck.